#Nebula, where stars are born and die. #Script for long-form video, 6 to 8 minutes. Intro, 15 seconds. Hey there, space enthusiasts. Welcome back to another journey through the cosmos. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most breathtaking phenomena in our universe, nebulae. These aren't just pretty clouds of light in the night sky. They're literally where stars are born, and where they go when they die. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to see the universe in a whole new way. Music fade. Section 1, what is a nebula? 90 seconds. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a nebula? The word nebula comes from Latin, it simply means cloud. But don't let that simple translation fool you. These aren't clouds like the ones floating above your head on a rainy day. Nebulae are enormous, vast regions of space filled with gas and dust, primarily hydrogen and helium, with traces of other elements like oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen. A typical nebula can stretch across dozens to hundreds of light years. Just to put that in perspective, 1 light year is about 5.88 trillion miles. So when astronomers say a nebula is large, they mean incomprehensibly, mind-blowingly large. The famous Orion Nebula, which you can actually see with the naked eye from here on Earth, is about 24 light-years across. And it's located roughly 1,344 light-years away from us. When you look at that fuzzy patch in Orion's sword, you're seeing light that's been traveling for over 1,000 years. There are several types of nebulae, and each has its own story to tell. We've got emission nebulae that glow with their own light, reflection nebulae that shine by reflecting light from nearby stars, dark nebulae that block background light entirely, and planetary nebulae, which, despite their name, have nothing to do with planets. They're actually the colorful shells of gas expelled by dying stars. Section 2, Stellar Nurseries, where stars are born. 120 seconds. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Nebulae are the cosmic nurseries where new stars are born. This process is one of the most spectacular events in the entire universe. It starts with something called the interstellar medium, the gas and dust that exists between stars in a galaxy. Over millions of years, gravity slowly draws this material together. As the gas and dust clump together, the cloud becomes denser and denser. The center of this collapsing cloud begins to heat up as gravitational potential energy is converted into thermal energy. When the core temperature reaches about 10 million degrees Celsius, something incredible happens: nuclear fusion ignites. Hydrogen atoms slam together so hard that they fuse into helium, releasing enormous amounts of energy in the process. A star is born. The famous pillars of creation in the Eagle Nebula are perhaps the most iconic example of a stellar nursery. These towering structures of gas and dust are actively forming new stars right now, as we speak. The pillars themselves stretch about 4 to 5 light-years in length, that's nearly half the distance from our Sun to the nearest star, Proxima Centauri. What makes the pillars of creation so visually stunning is that massive young stars near the top of the pillars are emitting intense ultraviolet radiation. This radiation is eroding the gas and dust, sculpting the pillars into their characteristic finger-like shapes. It's literally cosmic artistry happening over millions of years. The Trifid Nebula is another spectacular stellar nursery. It's unique because it shows us different stages of star formation all in one region, from dense clumps of gas that haven't yet ignited, to young protostars still gathering material, to fully formed stars beginning to glow. Section 3, Planetary Nebulae, where stars die. 90 seconds. But nebulae aren't just about birth. They're also about death. When stars like our Sun reach the end of their lives, after they've burned through most of their nuclear fuel, something dramatic happens. The outer layers of the star are gently expelled into space, creating a shell of glowing gas. What's left behind is the stellar core, a white dwarf, slowly cooling over billions of years. This is what we call a planetary nebula. Don't let the name confuse you, there's nothing planet-like about them. The term was coined by astronomer William Herschel in the 1780s because through early telescopes, these objects looked somewhat like the pale greenish disks of planets like Uranus or Neptune. Planetary nebulae are among the most beautiful objects in the cosmos. The Ring Nebula, the Helix Nebula, the Cat's Eye Nebula, each one is a masterpiece of cosmic transformation. The Cat's Eye Nebula is particularly fascinating. It's located about 3,300 light-years away in the constellation Draco, and it shows a complex structure of concentric shells, jets, and knots of gas. Astronomers believe this intricate shape is created by the dying star at its center having more than one episode of mass loss, with the later ejections catching up to and interacting with earlier ones. The Butterfly Nebula, yes, that's its actual name, is one of the most symmetrical planetary nebulae ever observed. Its distinctive wing-like shape spans about 3 light-years, and its estimated age is around 1,000 years. In cosmic terms, that's practically newborn. Section 4. The nebula that's visible to the naked eye. 60 seconds. Now here's something you might not know, you can actually see a nebula with your own eyes, no telescope required. The Andromeda Galaxy is technically visible to the naked eye as a faint smudge in the night sky. But when it comes to actual nebulae, the title goes to the Orion Nebula. On a clear winter night in the northern hemisphere, if you look at the middle star in Orion's sword, you're actually looking at the Orion Nebula, a stellar nursery located about 1,344 light-years away. Through a modest telescope, the Orion Nebula reveals itself as a glowing cloud of pink and purple light, with the trapezium cluster, 4 massive young stars, illuminating the surrounding gas like a cosmic flashlight. In the southern hemisphere, the Carina Nebula is another showstopper. It's one of the largest nebulae in the sky, and under dark conditions, it's visible to the naked eye as a bright patch in the Milky Way. Section 5. Nebulae in popular culture. 30 seconds. Nebulae have captured human imagination for centuries. They've appeared in ancient mythologies, inspired countless works of science fiction, and continue to grace the walls of museums and the covers of albums worldwide. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope and the newer James Webb Space Telescope have given us the most detailed and stunning images of nebulae ever seen. The James Webb's infrared capabilities allow us to peer through the dust and see the newborn stars hiding within these cosmic clouds. Out. RO 30 seconds. So there you have it, nebulae are the universe's way of creating and destroying, all in one magnificent package. They're where stars take their first breath and where they exhale their final colors into the void. Next time you look up at the night sky, remember, somewhere out there, in one of those fuzzy patches of light, a new star is being born. And somewhere else, another star is completing its cosmic dance, leaving behind a beautiful farewell in the form of a planetary nebula. If you enjoyed this journey through the cosmos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep looking up. Word count, approximately 1,050 words. Estimated VO duration, 6 to 7 minutes at natural speaking pace. Tone, natural, friendly, energetic. Language, English.